Number two, he will not eat a bread made of a strained flour, soft flour. Because general public are not eating that. Then Usman used to follow his sunnah. He was doing that. And Usman used to say, you are ru'at nar jubat. That means to grab from them. Tax and tax and tax. You are ru'at. Yes, to take care of them. Take care of them. And he used to say that a time is coming when the rulers will be the grabbers. The rulers will be the grabbers. And he said that when they will not be caretaker, they will be only the grabber, how to collect money from general public. So Sayyidina Usman radiallahu ta'ala says, you will lose three things. Number one, faithfulness. Number two, trust and honesty. And number three, haya. All these three things you will lose. He said that regarding the due right of Muslims, there must not be any shortcoming. And the same way, you must adopt about non-Muslim citizens of Islamic Khulafa. When you will fulfill your obligation, then Allah will give you victory there in the battlefield on your enemies. The next chapter is Imarat. One is general, one is special. Then the general one is two types. One is optional, the other one is imposed. So the optional one is including number one, to make the army, train them, and to give them their salary. Number two, to appoint the rulers and the judges and to keep an eye on them. Number three, to collect the sadaqat and the haraj and then to disburse him accordingly. Number four, to protect the deen of Allah and defend it. Number five, if the rules of Allah or the due rights of human are violated, so to give them the fixed punishment. Number six, for Juma and Eidain, to appoint everywhere an imam on his behalf to lead them. And number seven, to make preparation or make himself ready for the battle if it happens. Now that is ikhtiyari. And now is sirari or imposed imarat. That is, if somebody took over by force. For example, some governor, he took over a state by force and the Khalifa approved and endorsed him. Khalifa approved and endorsed him. So then he has the power and the authority. But if someone regarding deen will show any negligence, so the Khalifa may not spare him nor ignore him. And the special imarat, that is, for example, an army, the general, he has an imarat, but this is special. Special in a sense that in a specific field, which is the army. Got it? But he cannot collect the taxes from people because that is not his jurisdiction. In the very beginning, the Amil, he was called Amil. So he had the Amarat Amma, like Sayyidina Amr ibn al-As radiallahu ta'ala an. He was appointed as Amil on Misr by Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala an. So he was the leading general in the battlefield. He was the judge in the court. He was governor to rule. And he was collector to collect the kharaj and the sadaqat. Then after some time, this kharaj and sadaqat, Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala, he sent Abdullah ibn Abi Sarah radiallahu ta'ala that he will collect that. So now, the imarat of Sayyidina Amr ibn al-As, it became special. Even though it was included 3 branches of government, but one branch was taken from him, it was given to Abdullah ibn Abi Sarah radiallahu ta'ala. Got it? And then after some time, he appointed a qadi or a judge there in Misr separately. So now Amr ibn al-As radiallahu ta'ala, he had only 2 branches of government. Before the time of Banu Umayyah, the governors, they used to live in the capital of the state concerned. But later on, when Banu Umayyah started giving these status to their own relatives and their own family, so now the policy was much more soft and lenient. So most of them, they were governors in different states, but they were living in Washington, D.C. Yes, the governor of California, he was living in Washington, D.C. The governor of Nevada, he was living in Washington because he was related to the Khalifa. Got it?
Yes.
So who was there in California or Nevada, for example? Someone on his behalf, he was handling the situation. He was governor, but this was his wakil and attorney. He was doing it. So it means at that time, in the whole Khilafat, Wilayat Amma was only for Khalifa and for nobody else. He was appointing the governors and the judges. Also, the treasury chief for every state, the chief of police, even Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala in Masajid in Palestine, in Hems, in Qinsarin, in these cities, he has appointed the imams in Masajid also. Now in the time of Banu Umayyah, there were 5 big provinces or 5 big states. So the Umayyad era started with Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And in the time of Umayyads, the state was expanding. So that's why he divided into 5 big pieces. Hijaz, Yemen, and Arabian territory. That was one. Misr as a whole, that was the other one. Arabian Iraq and Ajami Iraq. Arabian Iraq. And they are called Iraqain, 2 Iraqs. The capital is For Arabic Iraq, the capital is Kufa. For Persian Iraq, the capital is Basra. Got it? So these both Iraq, Oman, Muscat, Bahrain, Kirman, Sistan, Kabul, Khorasan, Mawara Nahar mean beyond river Amu. Beyond river Amu, Central Asia, Sindh and Punjab. So this whole big area, the governor of Iraq was the governor. And he was sitting in Kufa. But as Khorasan was too far, and Central Asia as well, so that's why on his behalf somebody he was appointing, that you will be taking care of Khorasan and you will be taking care of Mawara Nahar beyond Amu. And he was sitting in a city known by the name of Marwa. While Bahrain, Oman, that was under the control of Amil who was sitting in Basra. And he was appointed by the governor of Iraq. Also for Sindh and Punjab in Pakistan. Yes, the governor of Iraq, he was appointing someone on his behalf. So it means that was subdivision. That was what? Subdivisions. Number 4. Al Jazeera, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and small Asia. That was the 4th mantiqa. And the 5th one was North Africa, including Western Misr, the Spain, the Saqaliya, the Sarviniya, and the Bilyar. That was another. So the Spain, the Tanja, and the Bahr Abyad, White Sea. For that, the Walat or the authorities were appointed. Now the next chapter will be Dawawin, the plural of Diwan. So it started from the time of Abu Bakr radiyallahu ta'ala anh, how it was next in future. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين برحمته.